Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on index laws summarised. So this video presents a worksheet with a number of examples where we can practice using the index laws. Now, if you're not sure what the index laws are, there is a lesson on this very topic, and on the next slide there's a link which will direct you to that lesson, and it will explain how to do all the examples. Very briefly, for example 1, we have to simplify each of the following. We have m squared multiplied by m to the power of 6. The lesson tells us that if we are multiplying pronumerals together which are the same, we are allowed to add the indices as long as the pronumerals are the same. So that's the law which governs that one there. It's the same law for number 2, but we have to remember that the numbers in front, which are the leading terms, you can multiply those together. It's only the indices or powers that you add, and it's exactly the same here. The 6 and the 7 are multiplied together, and here we notice that that's m to the power of 4, and that's m to the power of 3. For those two there, we can add the 4 and the 3, and we can do a similar thing with the 7 and the 6. The law for division says that if we're multiplying terms together where the pronumerals are the same, we subtract the indices. That's very straightforward. With number 5, again, with the leading term, the 18 and the 3, we have to do division because they're not the powers. So leading terms, you have to use that operation there, but the subtraction occurs between the 8 and the 6 because the k and the k are the same. And it's exactly the same here, except we have two pronumerals there for each term. Another rule says that if you have some terms inside the brackets where there are indices or powers, and all of those there, whatever's inside the brackets, is raised to another power, you are allowed to multiply the powers together. So it's exactly the same rule here, but remember you're only allowed to multiply the 2 and the 5 and the 2 and the 3. You can't go 2 3s are 6 here because that's a leading term, so that's really 3 squared. So that's 3 squared. And the last rule we looked at was if you have something like this to the power of 0, the answer is 1. And it can also be a pronumeral to the power of 0, the answer is 1. So knowing the rule for each of those should enable you to do those last two. So this video has given us some basic examples where we can practice using the 4 index laws that were explained in a previous lesson, and that lesson can be accessed on the next slide by pressing the given link.